Hello! Hiya, hiya, hiya. Welcome to stream. How y'all doing? How was your weekend? I had such a journey. Mental, mostly. Mostly a mental journey over the weekend. Thanks to Uma Musume, or no thanks to Uma Musume. It's still weighing on my mind. Still. Hi, Florin. Hi, Youngyo Jimbo. Oh, hi, yo, funny panda cut online. You're lucky I've heard the word "ka" before. Otherwise, I would have been like, like cousin? Funny panda cousin? But I actually think that is where it comes from. Hey, Mihano Bourbon! The one character I still need to get because she's apparently a great parent to Maruzen. But I don't have her yet. I still need to pull for her. But wait, okay, hold on. Well, I guess I'm never going to be able to pull for her now because... So the journey that I've gone on has been quite... I'll say it's actually kind of quite a depressing one. Is because, like, in case you haven't heard... Well, okay, let's just quickly fill in. People who don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Uma Musume is a very popular horse racing game where the horses have been transmogrified into girls, anime girls. And am I gonna get recapped on real life? No. There won't be real life horse deaths. Recaps. That part's too sad. But so the owner of Uma Musume, the publisher of the game, is Cygames. And then the company that owns Cygames is called Cybergames, I believe. Let me just quickly double check that so I'm not spreading misinformation again. But it wouldn't be the first time. Okay, Cyber Agent. Okay, yeah, Cygames is a Japanese video game development studio established in 2011 by Cyber Agent. Okay, so Dina is a mobile company that has 24 stake in it. Nintendo has another... Oh, Nintendo has stake in Cygames. That's actually... I did not know that. Nintendo has a 5% stake, and Cyber Agent, which is its main company, has 69, haha, funny number, percent of the shares. And as such, they are the parent company of Cygames. So the journey that I've gone on is recently Cygames announced on Twitter, on their socials, that they are starting a AI studio. They said they were pleased to announce, this is on the 8th actually, so Thursday, they were pleased to announce the establishment of their wholly owned subsidiary, Cygames AI Studio Co. Limited. And it sucks. It sucks. I've been racking my head over it all weekend. Ever since I saw that, I have not opened up Uma Musume because I am currently in a conflict of interest. Well, not interest. I am currently conflicted. I have no... I wish I had a conflict of interest. No, I'm in conflicted. I'm conflicted about it. Also, hi, Serenity. Hello. Thank you for the head pat. I will do the stretch. And also do a sip. Just regular water today. And I really just went down a rabbit hole. I went down a rabbit hole because I really like Uma Musume, the game. I've been playing it for like 6 months now, or at least half a year. Because it was like, what? It was announced to Global back in June, I feel like. June, July-ish. That's when I started playing Uma Musume and getting introduced to this whole world, this entire situation. and I had a lot of fun. I like completely fell into the fandom. Um, I started following YouTubers who are making videos on the characters, on the races. Because in case you didn't know, Uma Musume, they released in June or July for global, so that's the English version. But the Japanese version, the Korean version, and the Taiwanese version has already been out for God, I feel like 5 years now. It's been out for a while. Um, it's just not in English, and so you got a lot of content creators who had played the Japanese version, coming out making videos on like, hey, I was a 90% win rate, gold, blah blah blah, in this race and that race and whatever. Like basically saying, I'm really good at Uma Musume. Let me teach you how to play. And that's how I found creators like Charles of Victoria Frontier, who I basically watch religiously. I'm not even ashamed to admit it. I literally watch that dude's videos religiously, and only like last week did I learn that he's like 20 dudes, or I like just out of high school or something. I don't remember. It was just like a really young age, and I was completely shocked because I was like, wow, I'm really I'm really religiously watching videos told to me from this essentially high schooler who is teaching me how to train my Umas into gold standard racers, and he's very knowledgeable about it. He backs up his stuff with the most mathematical explanations I've ever heard in my life. He's also been to the race courses in Japan. That was a wild video, I will say. It was like you'd be watching many videos where it's just like, like pictures from the game and like gameplay videos and that kind of thing. And then all of a sudden you get a video where he's like literally at the fucking race course in Japan. And being like, okay, so based on my visual, like literal, like self cam hand like footage, not like bro got it from somewhere online. No, he like actually took the trip and went there. Um, and like it was great. And he was like a main proponent of pushing the pull for Kitasan Black, because a support card, because it'll keep you alive if you're a free to play player, um, and want to conserve and don't want to spend your money and whatever. And he's like, listen, I've been like a 90% win rate, like gold, like S tier player on the Japanese server. I've also played the Korean server. I also played the Taiwanese server. You like the equivalent was literally like the Squid Games, that guy who's like, I've played these games before. I know what. So I was like, bro, he knew he like. I completely just fell in love with his content, and his stuff has been helping me with the races, and I adore it. I adore his stuff. And there's like other like YouTube content creators just as good. Like Red New is another one. There's also Moo Moo. I forgot the rest of his username, but like I think those top three, if you say those names to Uma Musume fans, most of them will know who they are, because when you're looking for a guide on how to get A tier Group A when you're in the Sagittarius Cup or in the Scorpio Cup or whatever, Libra Cup or whatever cup they have coming up, they have a video coming up already being like, okay, here's what you need. Here's the skills that you need. Here's what the race is going to be like, what you need to anticipate, blah, blah, blah. It's like a whole thing. And it's great. And they're all amazing. So that was like literally my essentially daily routine for like 6 months, okay? And I'm like obsessively playing Uma Musume. I'm playing it once a day at least. I'm like at least making sure I do the dailies, because I still got work to do in my life to live. But like it was a habit. Like I built up this habit of every day I would like wake up, and the first thing I would do was play one round of Uma Musume career run and then go about my day. And then before I go to sleep, I would play another career run of Uma Musume and then go to sleep. And then only on the days where like it's got events and stuff, I was probably playing it a lot more. Because I remember the most recent Halloween one, I really wanted to get the support card fully maxed out. And I also wanted to get the rainbow carrots. So for you to do that, you got to play the career run over and over and over and get that, rack up those points. So I was playing that a lot during not our Halloween. This is the game's Halloween. So the whole thing is like it's an accelerated schedule for global. So basically, the Uma Musume Halloween was basically like the last week. Oh no, it was like the beginning of December, I think. And then yeah, kind of around the beginning of December. So I guess kind of close, but not really. It's still a bit late. Um but yeah, and then come to find out on Thursday, I see this on my Twitter feed. Oh, Cygames has started their AI studio, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? Is this a joke? And then I go to the Uma Musume subreddit. Oh, that's another one that I check a lot. Is the Uma Musume subreddit. Also, hi Aqua, hi my wacky brain. Welcome to my Uma rant. This is gonna get sad real quick. And so I'm like, is this a joke? And I go to the Uma Musume subreddit, and that's literally the first post that's got like 900 comments and like 1,000 upvotes, and the article is the same statement. It's like the Twitter post basically reposted on the subreddit, and it's like it's real. Cygames AI Studio. And immediately I'm like, I don't know what to do. I'm like, it can't. I'm like just reading the comments, trying to gauge like, okay, is this real? Is this not real? Like, how bad is it? You know, and you're when you are like confronted with like your favorite series having some weird thing happen, the first thing your brain wants to do is like, oh, it's not that bad. The first thing you're like, I don't want to believe that it's that bad. So you start searching. You start like deep diving into this announcement, and it's like first it's in Japanese, so you're like, I don't know what it's saying. You try to translate it, but at the same time you're also reading the subreddit comments, so like other people have also dived deep, and others who even further are like, oh, this Uma Musume is not their first game from Cygames. They've played like another game from the subsidiary. I believe the game was Grand Blue. So that one came before. Oh yeah, Grand Blue Fantasy. Okay, yeah. Cygames doesn't just own Uma Musume. They do Princess Connect Redive, Shadowverse, Grand Blue Fantasy, Idolmaster Cinderella Girls, and Rage of Bahamut in 2011. Question mark. I don't know these that well. But I did hear about Grand Blue because one of my deep dives led me to an article in 2014. Oh no, 2024. Where not Cygames, but rather CyberAgent confirmed that they were using AI to I basically work on concept art, because they said that the process is long and mundane, basically, and they would use programs such as Adobe Firefly. That was one of them mentioned, and have been using it since 2024. And that's for Grand Blue. So that was an article for Grand Blue. Uma Musume hadn't come out yet. So it's safe to say that if they're already using AI in the conceptual art process of Grand Blue, that there's no doubt that this announcement of the studio does not mean that Cygames has not already been using AI in their concept process for Uma Musume. If CyberAgent is considered the parent company with 69% of the shares, that it's basically coming from up top, and this is basically confirmed by the art director, the head art director of CyberAgent, and like that was it. I was like, I don't know if this is like, oh, it's am I grabbing at straws? I don't feel like I am. I think if I wanted to say that I'm just grabbing at straws and that there's no substantial like actual like evidence that they're using I think they're not dumb. These people are not stupid. It sounds like what's happening is that they're using conceptual art, using AI within the conceptual art, sort of like in the sense of like when, like a good example would be like, okay, if I'm trying to come up with a character, like a VTuber, right? I don't know what I want. And so I start thinking about like what animals, what characters, what would the VTuber look like? And you start looking up references. That would probably be sort of where they're using the AI is like if you're using AI to generate like, oh, well, I mean, this was a pretty common prompt. I like Studio Ghibli, so give me like a Studio Ghibli, but like I also like this anime and that anime style and whatever, and you throw that all in there and then have it generate a character. Okay, so now you have version 1. Now you're like, I don't really like that doesn't have a tail or whatever. I want it like the hair to be a different color. So you keep, editing it and changing it to whatever it is that you want it to look like. Then you then go commission an artist, send them that image that you have, or maybe you don't even manage to like generate the perfect one, so you send them like a few and then say like, listen, I like this part from this image and that part from that image and this part from and then you give that to the artist and say, hey, can you take this feedback, take this like input, take all this stuff that I've generated and then use your artistic ability to create something. So essentially now you are now caught up to speed to where I am, because now I have to consider, is it okay that they're using it during the conceptual art? Because one of the major things that I was hearing or seeing from the subreddit's response was, oh, I'll drop them when I see it. Which is where I'm going back to, they're not stupid. Cygames is not stupid. And you're not going to be able to see it. I think it's safe to say that if it's only being used in the conceptual part, then you're not going to be able to see that the AI is, like extra fingers or whatever. It's going to go through a process of not validation, but like people are going to be looking at it, an approval process, and that by the end, when you finally see the final product, it ain't going to have that AI look. They do, like Cygames does have a specific anime style. They're not gonna churn out something that looks very obviously AI, I don't think. Unless their budget is smaller than I could think, but I highly doubt it. Hi Golf and hi Sayaka. Hello. What's your hottest take? Okay, I don't know yet. We cannot go there yet. So here's my why I've been like deliberating. It's still taking me a while to deliberate, I'm not gonna lie. I think the only thing I've been able to do right now is I haven't played Uma Musume since the news dropped on Thursday. Every time I see an Uma Musume video from a content creator that I like on my YouTube feed, it feels like I get stabbed. It's not that dramatic, but I'm I'm exaggerating, but like there is like a pang of pain, not because of the content creator, but because I am once again reminded, and it's like that habit that's been ingrained to my daily life essentially for 6 months, that I'm like, I still haven't figured this out. I'm still split, honestly. I will say that's where I am right now. I don't know where I am in the yeah. It's kind of sad. I really have been stressing out about it a lot. More than I thought I would. It's really caused me to like evaluate like how much, like I didn't realize it was gonna affect me this much. In my head I was like, wait, hold on a second, pause. Why am I this sad about it? like I've been into fandoms before. I've been into like stuff before, a lot more intense than this. But why is this the thing that makes me reconsider everything in a way? I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I feel betrayed a little bit. I think that is one thing. I feel betrayed. Uh like you put so much, not faith, but rather this like optimism that like, oh, everything may be shit outside, but at least everything's okay in Uma Musume world. Like it kind of, if you want to call it like an immersion break, it kind of this is like that immersion break sorta happening in real time. um and there's just so, I guess you could say I feel like I know too much about AI now that makes me feel this way. I feel like if I didn't know this much about AI, it would have been easier for me to hand wave it. It would have been easier for me to just be like, it's I just live on in ignorant bliss. I felt like I could have been able to just enjoy this game for enjoyment, and I don't have to stress about it for like almost a week. I don't have to be sad about it. I don't there's so many things that I was like, I could have there it could have gone a different way if I didn't know so much about AI. Um and yeah. I'm still undecided about what I'm gonna do about Uma Musume. Whether I'm gonna play it again. Uh, I guess in a way there is the one bright lining to the cloud is that gotten or like grabbed like the Uma Musume anime onto like his own personal server thing. And so I've been able to watch that without worrying that I'm contributing to any contributing to side games. Um so it's like, it's not like I'm cutting cold turkey. I can still like watch it. And I've like reached the Kita-san Black season 3. So like, I really wanted to pull for Kita-san Black also. But yeah, it's tough. And I mean, there is like, oh, are you going to have such a hard stance on AI? Then will you have a hard stance on like micro dosing? I mean, listen, I will say it definitely has crossed my mind where I was like, okay, I'm going to log in, I'm going to collect my rewards, but I'm not going to do a career run. But the problem is like I know that gacha games rely on active players. And so logging on does technically count as being an active player. So I did try to like, I for a while I was like, oh, maybe I'll just log on, but like I won't play and I won't like participate in the cup, and like I'll just like pull for my favorite characters and like that's it. I won't even do the career run. But like at some point you're gonna have to play the career run, because if you don't play, then like you don't get your carrots, and then you can't use the carrots to pull for your favorite carrot. It's like I can't. That's only gonna last for like maybe a couple days max. Um. If everyone stops collecting their dailies all at once, then what? I believe what you actually mean is if everyone stops logging in. They can tell when you log in, I'm pretty sure. They can tell when you log in and like do anything. Any sort of action, they'll already be able to tell. Technically, if you really want. So there's two options here. One is send an email, which I will say, thank God, the subreddit did mention there's a support email in there somewhere that you can email Cygames and hope that they hear the community and retract their AI studio, or at least try to find a way to I don't know, backtrack on this. I don't know. Um, and then the other one is after you send the email, unfortunately, the only way to really kind of like quote unquote hit them where it hurts is just don't log in the game. Don't log into the game. Don't open it. Change to a different gacha game. Which I mean, hey, if you can if you can find a game that's literally the same as Uma Musume, that's just not by side. No, it's not like it's not gonna work. So I was like, okay, well, I don't know. I don't know. I think it's also like a culmination of like it sucks that I want to blame Adobe for this for a while. In a way. I mean, Adobe already has a lot of great shit to blame for. They make it very easy to become a villain. But like it's just like an extra thing that I want to blame Adobe for because if I want to try to give Cygames head art director the benefit of the doubt, I believe that when they mentioned using programs like Adobe Firefly, which is why they're saying they're okay with AI, because Adobe has already fully integrated their AI into the programs. They said that the assets from Adobe's model set is all free of copyright, and so therefore it's all okay. Which I will say I don't know firsthand what sort of model set Adobe's working with. And I think this is probably going to be it's not controversial hot take, but this is like I guess this is where I draw the line. I think everyone has a place where they draw the line. Some people draw it on anything AI is bad. For me, I think generative AI specifically, asset generation is where I draw the line. I do believe that there are administrative tasks that can be very ridiculously repetitive and really you don't even want a human to do it. You want them to go do something more worthwhile with their life than to just like sit at a desk and like not like read emails but like do menial office tasks, if that makes sense. I think I don't mind if AI takes over those. Like I think there are times where AI can be helpful, where you can actually let people go on to do actual useful things and not the menial office tasks that everyone has done before. I think if you've ever done a job for your very first job when they're like kind of testing you out a little bit because you're just a student, you don't really have much work experience, so they just give you the easiest thing to do. Like that, I think is fine to replace with AI. I've done customer service. I hate it. So I would be fine if like AI replaces customer service because I don't think anyone deserves to be yelled at the way that customer service people are yelled at. So at the very least, like at least let the people yell at bots. I don't care if people yell at bots. I think I care if people yell at other people. And that's, yeah. I think in those cases, I was like, yeah, I think it's fine if a bot takes the place of a person. And then they can find a job that's not so painful to do. So like there are times where I feel like AI is useful in those ways. But like in generative AI, I think that's where I personally draw the line. And yeah, I think right now I am still I'm like undecided about what I'm going to do about Cygames. I think I am slowly heading towards the direction of dropping it, which sucks cuz I really like degrading. Like yeah. If it's a job that's making you feel like you're being like if that is a degrading job, I would rather that be replaced by an AI. Honestly. I would always be like human first, you know. And that also includes like how they feel when they're doing that job. If it really makes them feel bad, don't hire people to do it. Have a bot do that, you know. But yeah, I think I am slowly leaning towards maybe dropping it. I do still really like the fandom though. Like the art is really cool. I keep seeing amazing comics people draw of Uma Musume characters interacting, and like the horse stories are still really good. Like I was watching a video the other day about Maruzensky's story, which I finally came around to, ironically, and never actually did know what her story was like, or his actually didn't know what his story was actually like until that. So I was like, I like these videos. I like learning about these racehorses and their journeys. I did watch the Urara movie, not movie, documentary. Um, and yeah. So I want to find a way. I want to see if I can find a way to still be part of the fandom. I just won't play the game, I guess, which kind of sucks. But I mean, also the anime is actually really, really good. Um, I was surprised. I will say the first season took a little while to pick up, but then I was watching season two. I just recently just finished season two of Uma Musume, and oh my god, yo, so the way they tell these stories, damn, you really feel for the girls. I was sobbing. I was sobbing. Oh my god. I was like, hold on, you can't, like literally on the weekend, I was like, wait. Friday, I'm like sobbing because we watched A Silent Voice. It's Saturday and I am sobbing my eyes out because of season two. Oh. So like the anime's great, and I haven't even gotten to Cinderella Grey yet, and that's like topping everyone's like best of 2025 list. So I mean, um, I think I will still definitely still be in the fandom, uh, and still have a lot of love for the horses and the girls. It just kind of sucks that I gotta. I wish it wasn't like this. I wish I didn't care that much that I was like I would be able to kind of ignore it. One of those like, oh, ignorance is bliss type of moments. And I could just continue playing Uma Musume without a care in the world. Um, but this is gonna be a wild comparison to make if some of y'all have played this game before. But was it 2 weeks ago? I made because it's a horror game and I don't like horror. So basically, 2 weeks ago, I made my boyfriend play the game Mouthwashing, which is a psychological horror game about a crew that gets essentially abandoned on a ship, and then shit goes down and stuff happens, and there's like a deeper storyline to it. But basically, there is a lesson to take away from it, which is sometimes when you are a bystander, it doesn't necessarily mean you are, not culpable, whatever the word is. Like you're not it's not doesn't mean that you're absolutely not responsible for whatever's happening. There is still a sense where you could have done something, or literally doing anything would have been better than doing nothing at all, even if you're not the perpetrator or whatever it is. And like that has actually hit quite hard in my head. Like I think a lot of the time I feel like there are things where you just gotta choose life over stressing out of stuff, which I think is fair and is a very personal decision for each individual. And then there are some times where you feel like, wait, this is a moment where I actually have to contest with my values, and does this actually represent me as a person? And some will be like, oh, if you just drop Uma Musume, like, what is it gonna be? You're just like one person in the midst of like a sea of thousands, hundreds, thousands. What are you, just like a drop in the bucket? But like, I think even that drop in the bucket, I don't want to be the person to contribute to it any more than necessary. And for me, I think it's important to me to know where I stand on this issue, because in the future, if I encounter this again, I'm going to have to reevaluate all over again. And maybe I'll have a different decision. Who knows? But, you know, at the end of the day, Uma Musume is a game I really like and I loved for 6 months. And I haven't come to terms about whether I'm going to drop it or not. I've already done the action. I just need to like something is holding me back and I still don't know what the hell that is. That's where my verbal rant has gone to. Something is definitely holding me back from being able to cut it off to cold turkey, and I don't know what it is. I was hoping that talking it out I was going to figure it out, but I still have not yet been able to talk to figure it out. I've done this twice now, at least twice. I've had the conversation with my boyfriend, still didn't end up figuring out what it was. Had the conversation now, still haven't figured out what it is that's pulling me back. It's just tough. That's all it is. It's complicated and it's tough. Side note, mouthwashing is a really good game. Although I did experience it while looking from behind my boyfriend's shoulder, peeking out to read the dialogue. But whenever there was something scary, then I would immediately duck again. So, in that experience, I think mouthwashing is a good game. And I think it teaches a good lesson. I think it's a lesson that is worth learning and is worth being reminded of, is that if we all just be like, we're just like a drop in the bucket. Yes, individually we are all just like a drop in the bucket, but at the same time, like, all those drops do start to make a puddle, and then even more drops start to accumulate. And so it's like how much culpability, I think that's the word, culpability, do we really have in that sense? Pretty fucking hard to completely and abruptly cut something that you enjoy out of your life in general. There's no shame in finding difficulty in that. Yeah. I will say it is surprising to me. I did not realize I liked it that much until now. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna cut cold turkey, and then suddenly I'm like, wait, that's not easy to do. It's not as easy as I thought it was gonna be to do. But yeah, that's the journey I was going on. Excuse me, over the weekend. I do still hope that we're getting more news about this AI studio thing, cause like, I do want to know if they listen to the community and draw back on it. At least it shows that they're willing to listen. And ironically, I was just today I was watching a video of a guy making great videos. So this one was specifically, he was like talking about Dua Lipa, yes, the singer, the musician, who has a essentially interview series where she interviews writers, and authors, literary novelists about their book. And he was essentially like, okay, she's really good, but like, how good is she? And so he like put her against other ways that literary people, writers, authors have had to try to get their word out that their book is ready to be sold, what the book is about, that kind of thing. And eventually he went through everybody. He went from like Oprah's book club to like podcasts about books, like everything under the sun that like authors have gone on to that's kind of like media adjacent. that is about interviewing authors. He's done it, and he's like, none of them really, like, maybe some of them have a good set, but a lot of them don't seem to really care much about the author, really, or even ask good questions. It really took until like the final level where you have a guy who's like really good at asking questions, and even he had his flaws compared to Dua Lipa's like genuine sincerity as someone who approaches the book, who clearly has read the book, has done research about the author and the book itself and the content, and like is not approaching these authors from a sense of like superiority as an artist, as a musician rather, but rather like coming to them as, I really respect your work. I love the book that you read. Let me ask questions about it. So that you can talk more about this book that you've put so much time and effort into writing. This is related because he used AI imagery. It was kind of obvious. He used AI imagery in the video, and I was just scrolling, and immediately, like, the first pinned comment is his comment where he's like, I hear you guys loud and clear. I'm sorry about using AI. I thought, we were heading in that direction, but from your guys' like, he was very genuinely like, he heard people's feedback about their dislike of AI, and he was like, oh, I feel like, thank you guys for educating me about AI and the server costs and everything. And he like rolled it back. He was like, from now on, never using AI again. Like, I was like, it's that easy. It is literally that easy. You don't have to like go crazy. Just be like, hey, sorry, made a mistake. I'll try to earn your trust again by promising I'm never going to use it again. Like, it is that easy. I was like, this is the first video I've seen of this guy. I mean, the video's already great, but like the fact that he's like, there's no ego, no pride, whatever. It's just immediate like, oh, sorry guys, fucked up, my bad. I'll not do it again. I was like, instant subscribe. So I'm like, oh, sometimes it really is that easy to just own up to it, apologize, and then move on, strive to do better. And that's all we can really hope for of ourselves too, is like, once you know better, then do better. That's it. It's not easy, but one step at a time. And I think my step is like, okay, I hear that you're using AI. Okay. I'm not going to try to like search and try to justify and be like, oh, maybe it's like the AI that I'm okay with, or the, whatever. It's like, it does seem like it is the generative AI. And especially also from their job posts. Cygames has their job posts, I guess, publicized. You can find it. And a lot of it was generative AI. So it is clear they are heading in that direction. So like, I'm like, okay, you can head in that direction. Sorry, it's just not for me. Kind of sucks that you want to do that, but I guess I'm gonna have to kind of put my foot down and be like, all right, I guess I'm gonna have to find something else, I think that's all we can ever hope for each other, is to, if we know better, then we try to do better. It'd be like if Team Cherry or Concerned Ape suddenly started using Gen AI in their games. I'd be in fucking shambles. Oh my god, yeah. Yeah. Oh my god, if Team Cherry came out and said they were using Gen AI. Oof. That's a big oof. Because we already saw from Clair Obscur. Actually, the interesting thing about Clair Obscur, they also said that their AI was generative AI for concept art also. I'm quite... I'm quite curious about whether this actually makes it any better. Like, is this a place where we really need to be that efficient? Because time and time again, I find that AI is actually a word people like to use in exchange for efficiency. Like, oh, we'll be more efficient when we use AI to do this and that. When so that we can generate more revenue, so that we can fuel the capitalistic machine more and more. Like, I do wonder at what point do we ask ourselves at what cost? Because I do feel like at every turn there is a cost, and it would be a disservice to not consider that. But yeah. When you're tickling your brain every day to make your numbers go up, your brain finds it difficult to stop when it knows it could make the numbers go up right now. That's true. That is true. I have fallen for that. I am still human. Well, half human. I'm half human, so I definitely still fall for that. Gacha games whole thing, it's why they have dailies, to make sure you keep tickling that brain. I feel like I sound more and more like a gambler. I feel like I sound more and more like a gambler who's like, oh shit, I can't gamble anymore. Damn, I was so okay. I'm not gonna lie though, I was so influenced. I feel like within the next, let's just say the next 6 months, I don't know. Within the next 6 months, there is a high chance I would have probably spent, like, what was it, the $20? There's like a character selector ticket that is coming out soon, or I heard that it's coming out soon. And it's so that you can buy that ticket for like $20, and then from then on, when you use that ticket, you can choose which Uma Musume girl you want instead of like rolling for it by gacha. It's just straight like, you got that ticket, you use it, and you pick the person you want. I was like, damn, that's really tempting. It's like $20. It's not that bad, you know? And I was like, man, in 6 months, if they didn't do this AI thing, I probably would have paid the 20. I'm not gonna lie. That's too enticing. That's way too enticing. So many good characters that I want from that game. Yeah, I really wanted. I was gonna wait. You know, the thing is, because Uma Musume has been out for so long since the Japanese version, and so we're on an accelerated schedule. That means that we know what's coming. So that means, like, people have posted, like, every single banner, character banner, and support card banner, and event, basically, up until, like, 2027. 2028, actually. And there's a character I really wanted called Wind Variation. She's got red hair just like me. She's very cute. But she doesn't come out until like the end of 2027. I was like, no problem. I'll just play until the end of 2027. Like, I was so ready to go all the way just so I could like save up and like pull for Wind Variation. So, yeah. It was about a chair or something in the beginning stages. They've replaced it before release. Oh, wait, did they also say that they weren't going to use AI anymore, or are they still kind of sticking to it? I guess it sounds like they're still gonna go, because it's like they pulled the award away from them, didn't they? Because like Claire Obscure won Game of the Year or something award at the Game Awards, and a couple days later they pulled the award because you used AI, generative AI. So I don't know. Are they still gonna use it? I mean, concept artists are artists too, and making concept art is, you know, a fun part of the process. Use AI to make spreadsheets or something. Don't optimize out the joy. Yeah, I don't understand. To this day, I will say, I still don't understand why AI isn't used to do like menial jobs, like jobs that no one wants to do. Like, why don't we have, if we're like so good at optimizing AI and building AI, I feel like the first thing we should do is get a bot that can go outside and clean up trash. No one wants to clean up trash. I feel like if the first thing that I think of like, okay, what is something that no one wants to do? I believe trash men, like the people who collect trash when you put out your recycling bin, I think they still should have a job if they like that, okay? But I just mean like after like a festival event, you know, get a bot to go out and clean up all the trash. Give them a stick where they poke it through a can and then they put it into a trash bin or whatever that they have. Like no one wants to do that. Or like okay, you know how there's a saying that keep your friends close but keep your enemies closer? I did end up watching also because CES apparently was like a couple days ago, or ended a couple days ago. So people have been putting out videos of CES products and stuff. And one of the recommended videos was what's his name? Jensen, the NVIDIA guy, giving his talk about AI. I'm still I don't know how I feel about it, but on one hand it's like income. Okay, let me just so what I'm saying is like, so one of the things that he was talking about, he was like, we're heading into an autonomous year or decade. And he showed like a video on screen, and it was imagine I don't think this is actually happening yet, but it's just like a video of a factory and having bots doing the factory work. In this case, I think they were making cars, so it's just like a whole line of bots making car parts in like a factory line. And I'm like, I wouldn't say put two and two together, but the first thing that came to my head was like, oh, jobs that people don't want to do. No one wants to work at Amazon. Or at least Amazon workers need some sort of union because of how dire the conditions are, the work conditions are. On one hand, they need that pay. They need that income. On the other hand, the conditions are so bad, I don't want them to work there, and I want them to work somewhere better that will treat them better. So could we just replace the Amazon workers with bots instead? If they're like getting to the point where like you can't even give your workers like time to go pee and that they gotta pee in bottles, like all right, let's just throw in the towel and just say let's just hire bots then, because you're not treating these people like humans. Like why are we furthering this suffering? So, and also yeah, factories already have bots, so it's not really. So I don't know. Also, I will say I'm still very, very anxious about self-driving cars. I don't care how much data they give them. People are people. They will do unexpected things that you will not be able to predict. It's kind of like how movies are movies, but like sometimes things happen and you're just like, no one could have written that. It just wouldn't have happened. This is just a thing that happens because humans are humans kind of thing. So I'm like, there's always going to be something that self-driving cars are not my. I feel iffy about it. Absolutely very iffy. But also hi Yomo. I've ranted so much I haven't even said hi to people. Hi Yomo. And I think I missed Minokalu earlier. Hi Minokalu. Hi Duck. Quack. A late quack. Oh yeah, right. My hottest take about AI. I don't think I have one. I don't think I have a hot take about AI. Not right now. Do I wish AI was never invented? Kinda. I mean, it's kind of I mean, it's just getting worse. I mean, Google is implementing AI into Gmail, which sucks. I would very much like to look at my email without an AI doing it for me. I don't like it when companies think that they can make decisions for consumers. Um, my takes are all pretty hot. You'll have plenty of time to talk about your takes, Yomo. No worries. You know you'll have plenty of time when I'm inviting when I have you on during my graduation stream-a-thon thing. Which, by the way, I should point out, I'm not taking any money. In case anyone was like, oh, she's doing a streamathon like she's done before in the past. No, there's no... I'm just calling it a streamathon because I don't know what else to call it other than, like, I don't know, I'm going to stream a week-long a-thon. But don't you worry, there's no money financial incentive. I am literally just doing it because it's the last week. Take all the money and dip. No! Oh, endurance stream. Well, that's not quite right either because I would be having to stream all the way through when I'm like sleeping too. And I don't trust that. Also, I don't trust my internet to be able to last that long. I feel like I've done that before, and all the time there's at least one time where the internet would go down for whatever reason, and I don't know how to fix it. I just feel bad. So I'm just like, I don't think endurance stream really fits it either. Uh-oh, that's gonna become a week of all week of hot takes. First hot take, I'm putting my coffee link out there. You can put your coffee link out there if you want, Yomo. Honestly, for my friends, literally you can do anything. Unfortunately, I am quite the pushover for my friends. But yeah, I don't think I have a hot take for AI. I think there are definitely people who oppose AI a lot stronger than I do. They definitely have hot takes. Ironically, I think some of the hot takes I've heard have come from the people who love AI. There are people who think that we should have a complete and entire adoption of AI in the sense that, like, people want to be replaced by bots. Which I'm like, listen, if we have universal basic income, yeah, I'll go for it. I will go for 110% AI bots take over jobs and stuff. You know, I'll take it if we get universal basic income, and if for the people in America and wherever that doesn't have what I'm about to say, and also includes like universal basic health care, dental included, maybe some mental health in there as well, like therapy. Like if that happens, then I'm like, yeah, sure, let's just have everyone be replaced with bots. I'll be down for that. But there's a big but, and the big but is universal basic income. Therapy from robots. I mean, listen, I have the unique experience of having once been a it's not even bystander, of being someone who's been on the who's heard. Well, okay, I don't even know how to explain the my relation to this. Just know that I'm like related, but not related enough that I could have done anything to change it. It was more like hearing about it after it all happened, so there was nothing I could have done about it. But like having bots do therapy at least would have eliminated the chance of a friend whose boyfriend got stolen by another friend because said boyfriend and her, she was his therapist, and then somehow managed to coerce boyfriend into becoming her boyfriend and cheat. So, you know, like at least bots won't do that. At least bots won't do that and spare that poor person pain. The one who got cheated on, I mean. I stepped out for 2 minutes. What the fuck are we talking about? Okay. No one knows anybody in this scenario. But this is a very random yap, and like I feel like enough time has passed that I can talk about it. Basically, friend A has a boyfriend, and there's also friend B. Friend A and friend B are friends. Friend A gets boyfriend, okay? Friend B, it is a very abrupt tangent, but I feel like this is the first thing that came up to mind when we were talking about bots becoming therapists. Because at least the bot won't become like friend B. Because friend B basically went to university, became a therapist, and then from what I heard, became a therapist for friend A and also became a therapist for boyfriend. And then at some point, a grade line was passed, was stepped over, and boyfriend broke up with friend A and then went with and then started a relationship with friend B. Like at least a bot won't steal your boyfriend, right? Like I've personally never thought that was something to worry about, but ever since I heard that story, I was like, well, at least a bot won't steal your boyfriend, because that's crazy. I mean, yes, I have heard of girlfriend AI, but at least it wasn't a therapist. I feel like that's illegal. But yeah. My hot take is that AI could even be affordable and an unbiased. Yeah, I think there is a case to be made that I think AI can have the ability to be affordable, which is actually, I will say, is supposed to be a huge like pro. If you're gonna hire AI, then at least make it like super affordable and cheap, not more expensive. But I feel like that's where it's gonna head. And unbiased, it might still be biased, but you gotta code that shit out of it, just like how Open AI is coded to affirm all your actions. I think only recently they got it to not do that if you're doing something really crazy. But like before their newest update, it was like whatever you said, they would just agree with you, which is really just like a yes man, and I really don't think that's a good idea either. Sometimes you need someone to call you out on your bullshit. Sometimes you need somebody to call you out on your bullshit and like hold your hand when they say it, but be like, listen, I feel like you're kind of being stupid right now. You know what I mean? It's for protection. It's for safety. It's to not make you look like a fool when you go outside and spout weird shit. Like sometimes it's necessary. How did he get stolen? I have no idea. I believe the responsibility is on both parties, not just the therapist friend, although that is a very unprofessional thing to do, but also on the boyfriend. Very shitty thing of a boyfriend to do. There are two people who it takes two people to tango. Both of them have equal amounts of shame. Sorry, yeah, the tangents are they come randomly. I will say, like, for the amount of time that we haven't talked, I don't know if you can really say friend anymore. Which is why I feel comfortable enough to say this, because I think it's been at least a decade. Oh no, it's because I'm old. It really has been a decade. No, it's definitely been a decade. people who married Gen AI LM boyfriend now. That was on the news. What? No. No. Why are we that's I mean, I guess if you're going to be allowed to marry Miku and you also can marry that girl from the Love Plus game, I guess you can marry an LLM now. Actually, I still don't know how. I wonder how that guy's doing. Not the guy who married Miku. I want to know how the guy who's doing the one who married that Love Plus game. If anyone knows what I'm talking about. This is from like a long time ago. This is like a Nintendo DS game. That's that was also like a virtual dating sim, but like it's just like a dating simulator type game. And then this guy in Japan, I believe, really liked the girl from the dating simulator, like one of the characters. And he was the first one that I heard of who got married to a virtual character, even before marrying Miku was semi-normalized. I don't know. Yo, Love Plus would be peak if it had LLM. Oh my gosh. I feel like this breaks some kind of confidentiality thing. It absolutely probably does. I don't know. I have no idea how that went. I think it wasn't technically illegal because they were doing it on a private sense, but according to my boyfriend's actual professional therapist, you are actually not allowed. Like, you are professionally not allowed to take on anyone who you know personally as a client. So you can't take on your family and you can't take on your friends as clients because of that personal bias. Will skew the way that you're able to professionally give advice and do your job. So on a professional level, it is definitely illegal to do that if you do it to, but I think that happened during the time she was a student, so there might be some leeway. I'm not sure. We can make it happen. We can make a robot that, can we not? Oh no, my biggest fear. Oh, fear. My therapy from robots line is literally referring to AI therapy. What the fuck else could that be? Oh. I never noticed groceries getting cheaper or people getting paid more when they transition to self-checkouts. I think people just take the money. Yeah. Unfortunately, the answer is usually they just take the money. And also there is like, yeah, LLM AI can be very pliant. It's also, if the person is very technologically intelligent, like they could probably crack it, code it, I don't know, say something like seahorse and then maybe like seahorse emoji and then maybe it just like freaks out or something and malfunctions. I forgot what else it is that you can say to it and then it just won't do the thing. There was like oh, I don't remember anymore. There's like so many tests you can do that kind of breaks the AI. I think therapy itself is kind of biased. The technique might not be, but what's normal is changing. Yeah, I believe the goal of therapy is that they have specific training on how to deal with, like, obviously the more extreme situations, where you have like researched and the word, I'm losing the word, they've not just research but what's that word, studies. A lot of studies have been done on what methods work for specific mental health issues. Like there's something specifically for ADHD, there's something specifically for bipolar, there's something specifically for depression, you know, like those things. And like I believe that's where like therapy thrives the best, in a weird way to say. Or like even PTSD has shown to be very effective. Like therapy has been shown to be very effective for people with PTSD. So it's not like it's not doing good, but it's more like sometimes some people just want like an unbiased professional person to hear them out and be like, listen, is this weird? Should I be on the lookout for this? And if they're getting a lot of clients about one specific topic, or they'll notice a pattern and be like, oh, here, listen, like your partner should not be doing this or this, or like, why are they doing this? Because it seems like the symptom is indicative of, I don't know, narcissism or whatever. And like they can help guide you to living a life that makes you more happy, more satisfied. And I think that's always a good thing. Friends sometimes can help, but then there are sometimes you'll like rant to a friend and then realize, oh, you are not good as a not as a therapist, but like I think I need a therapist to give me some sort of input on this kind of thing. There's some situations that will require it. Unk. The Miku guy got dumped because the holographic company ended support for Miku? Really? Oh no. That poor guy. How much did he spend on the... I mean, I guess it was just like a court contract signing, but... Damn, that must be confusing for government stuff. You still pay taxes? Are you still considered, like, married? Or are you, like, divorced? Does that count as divorced? Or are you, like what... How do you even... Oh, that's confusing. Someone married a Kiryu Kazuma cardboard cutout, if you're on that topic. What? You can marry a... How does he sign the contract? How? You still gotta get... They still gotta be able to, like, give consent or something. How did they do that? The guy who married Miku is a dope because he gets cucked by millions daily. Everyone loves Miku. Well, apparently he's not anymore because he got dumped. Damn, that's kind of sad. It's almost like they actually killed Miku in a way. A version of it. Give me a recipe for chocolate chip soup. Oh my god. What therapy is right now is very different from like 100 years ago, and in 100 years later, it's going to be wildly different too. I actually hope it will be completely different. Because we're always learning about stuff. We really don't understand our brain as much as we think we do. Yeah, there's a lot of places for advancement to be made in the line of therapy. I think we also... What was it? Just like a couple days ago, people discovered that it's not just like autism, like that there's many different types and kinds, and people have just been like, oh, you're autistic, and then group them all in a thing. But it's like, no, there's like different branches of autism. I think that one was like just recent. So it's like we definitely have a whole lot to learn about stuff. You can always marry people without any legal contracts. You do the ceremony, you take pictures. I didn't know you could always marry people without any legal contracts. I didn't know that. You can do that? No, not me actively searching for something to see if I can test it. Just to see, is it possible? Because that's so... Really? I can put a crown on my head doesn't make me a monarch. Oh, no legal merit. So it's just more like a verbal thing. Like you can say that you're married. You're married to... Because I was going to be like, what does that say about the people who's like, oh, I'm married to my job? Then what? Technically, then they're married. Are they not? Does that count if they verbally be like, oh, I'm married to my job? Can you claim taxes on that? And be like, Oh yes, I'm not living in my house alone. It's me and my job. It's too late. I pronounce you disgruntled worker and job. You know, funnily enough, it's the workaholics who would say it. So they are not disgruntled. They would be like, "Hallelujah." No more pressure. And then every Christmas when their parents ask, "Are you how's your relationship status?" They'll be like, "I'm taken because I'm married to my job and we're very happy together." Yeah, they are fully gruntled. They are very, very happily gruntled worker, and I guess maybe happy job. I don't know. In before Fira marry everyone. Too much stress. Too much stress. I feel like that. Listen, if everyone agrees to chip in to the wedding, then maybe I will consider marrying everyone. Listen, the donation number starts at 1,000. Because apparently, listen, if we're gonna go into the topic of marriage or wedding, whatever, apparently apparently you cannot have a wedding that's under 10K. It's got to be 10K and over. So listen, guys, we gotta get at least 10 people to chip in $1,000, and that's bare minimum for a wedding. Yeah, people were like, yeah, because even if you just were to get to venue, the venue's like 7K. And I was like, oh, wow. Good for the people working for weddings. They're definitely making bank. And not good for the people getting married. Or the people who want like a huge thing. I think at this point, that's reserved for people who can afford the big thing. Okay, I have 350. Unfortunately, that's not enough. I guess I guess Fira's not marrying anyone. But yeah, that's the. We got here from. I mean, we never really left the AI topic, so I guess technically no tangents. We managed to stay on a topic for an hour and a half, which is impressive because I'm almost never able to stay on topic for more than an hour. It took half a decade for Fira to succumb to the dark world of the girlfriend experience VTuber. Yeah, and listen, the first video is coming out February 11th. February 11th. Yep. Reminds me, my friend invited me to a wedding. They paid for accommodation, etc. I asked my dad how much I should chip in and ended up gifting about 1K. I asked another friend what they gifted. They said a picture frame. Ooh. Yeah, I feel like that's a responsibility on the friend being married also. It's like that's what is it called? That there's a term for it. Registry. Wedding registries. I think that's what wedding registries are for, because it gives people the opportunity to like know what the range of money donation is. But I will say, I also heard that some people will take advantage of it and use it as a way to call in favors. So my mom once told me a story, and she said that sometimes she will receive like emails or like invitations from high school friends, but these are like people who like probably was in her class, but like they were never like friends. Like they never really talked outside of like classroom type of stuff. And they haven't contacted and haven't done anything since then. And it's one of those like, oh, you're really just like sending it to every single person you know in hopes that they'll come and give you something monetary wise, and they try to like take advantage of that, of money gift. So be careful of that too. Gotta be careful. But yeah, I think wedding registries is the way to go in that case. It's like no one has to feel bad about giving more or less. You make sure the range is wide enough. Um, and like I feel like it's important to also mention on the invitation that it's like, no, I just really only care that you're there. You don't have to like give anything. Cuz you never really know anyone's financial situation. You can't really blame. You can't really force someone and be mad if someone's like, give me stuff. I'm sorry. You can't really be mad if someone's not really at that level, at that financial level to be able to afford something. So, yeah, but you always give what you get first. People are crazy to gift only a picture frame. Yeah, I guess so. I feel like it's like I'd be fine with a picture frame, I think. Because it really, or I guess it depends on your relationship with the person. Because at least for me, like I always value the person and not what I can get from them. I feel like, nah, I'm like happy that you're there. You really don't have to get anything. It's just like the being there is like already enough effort in my opinion. I think that's something that you can't really pay for. Actually, it may seem, well, yeah, I think I would call it it's priceless actually. Having them be there is priceless. Um Got my brother nothing. I don't think I got him anything. He's getting married. What more does he need? Um Depends if they're newlyweds. You kind of want to get them something that can kind of celebrate their journey into their next step of life. Like if they're already living together, then maybe get them something that helps. And then if they're separate, well, no, usually they kind of move in together afterwards, but I don't know where I was going with that train of thought. Um People sometimes get married for religious or cultural reasons too, without involving the government, but they get no legal rights from that. Ooh, I do wonder how that works. Um, I guess it's like if they want to file for taxes or they want tax benefits, then like they probably could try to involve the government since it really is just like a court form. But I mean, there are also people like who don't really care about it at all and then just opt not to do it, which I think is fine also. I got my brother an IKEA gift card. Ooh, IKEA's good. IKEA is a really good one, actually. Because people always need new furniture, and it's a gift card. Some will. Here's the thing: there's actually kind of like a people don't like getting gift cards because they feel like, oh, there's no thought or intention behind it. But to me, I feel like, for example, an IKEA gift card is great. Because like what if you buy furniture and then it doesn't like work with their interior design idea or scheme or whatever? Like I think in the sense of like if it's furniture or like anything house related, I would be like, yeah, here, take the gift card because you know your house best. You know what you want, you know what you like. Take the gift card and buy what you want. I personally have no issues with gift cards. Um, Wedding registries are a scam. Damn, I would not go that far. I think wedding registries are fine. it solves a lot of issues that can happen when a wedding is happening and guests are. There are a lot worse things that can happen with than wedding registries. Like I've heard of horror stories where bride or invites will be like, you have to wear this color of a dress, you have to do this, and you have to bring this thing and that thing. Like they have so many requirements. Like, oh, if your gift doesn't exceed a certain amount, then don't bother coming or whatever. Like some of these are like crazy requests. Like you should just be happy that they're willing to go to celebrate the next step of your life. Why are you having so many expectations on people? Like, yeah, this is like your moment, but you don't have to be an ass about it. You know what I mean? Um, so there are people who can go real crazy. So I feel like wedding registries is the least of people's problems. I think they solve a an issue that does happen with when you just leave it up to the guests. Um, Takes a lot of stress off their mind. I think is good. What you really need, what everyone really needs, is 10 cheese fondue mount fountains. Oh my god, wait, can we make that chocolate? Can I have like 10 chocolate fondue fountains? I would love a chocolate fondue fountain. Oh my god. If they paid for good food and nights in a hotel, you give something that's at least make them economically balanced. Ooh, that's true. And it's like, you gotta be, it really depends on what you're being provided. Um, I think if it's just like, well, nah, cause like sometimes they come with free catering, and some of them will have an open bar. So I feel like there is a level of like just being generous, being a kind person, and like being grateful as a guest. Also to celebrate them being married, you know. It is worth getting something, at least something. Just don't come with like empty thing. If they are like catering, like doing everything, you know. Um but I believe there's also different ways of doing weddings. I feel like there was one that I went to where they already did the wedding thing in the courthouse, so they already signed the contract and whatever. And so the actual wedding event was just like, oh, we're going to this park so that we can take pictures, and then after the park, we're all taking a drive to a restaurant, a nearby restaurant, and we're just ordering food, and everyone's paying for their own food and stuff. Um, so there's no like issues there. It's just like, oh, we're all just there to celebrate. So, yeah. I don't know any religious reason that could give you to get to do like marry to Miku. I feel like a lot of the religious reasons are all don't marry Miku. I don't know of any religious reason that could be like, oh, to marry Miku, marry Miku. Um, there's no paperwork involved. It can work any way they want. Made up, it can do anything unless it's a religious thing, I guess. Then it might need to be some specific ceremony thing. Oh, now that's an interesting take on weddings and on marriage. I will say I've never been to one yet like that, but it's still cool. I think that would be cool to go to. It is one of those rare times in your life where you can kind of really think about the people who you care about and who you want to like come and celebrate with you this like momentous moment as you step into the next step of your life. Um and whether it has meaning to you or not is really dependent on the person. Some people care a lot about it. Unfortunately, and then there are some people who like they care enough, but they don't want to shell out all the money, but then they have parental pressure. I know parental pressure, like, it's hard to talk about this without talking about the pressure that some parents will make a wedding about themselves. And so, like, that's how you get weddings with, like, every single family member you've ever interacted with from since you were a baby are in a huge dining hall, and you're like, I don't even know you. Some of these things happen. I've definitely been to a wedding where it was like a lot of it was family, and maybe like a quarter was like actual friends and family. It looked like um everyone else was just like related, I guess, but like in a it's a bit of a stretch sort of way. Um, so you that's when you know, like, oh, there was some parental pressure and tradition that needed to be upheld, and it wasn't just like a singular decision. It's tough. Um, at that point, have a fundraiser. Some people will. Um, others will. Others do really just spend a couple years just saving up for a wedding. Um, and I think I would respect them. Like, if to them, like, wedding is a important part for them and an important moment and event. I wouldn't fault them for wanting to uh save up for something that they care about. And I don't think it's wrong to give people an option to support you if they want to, which is what the wedding registry thing is. Um, no, it has to be cheese. Oh. Okay, at least it'll have be different types of cheese then. One will be Parmesan, one will be mozzarella, another one can be goat cheese, and then another one can be cheddar. um, listen, if it's gotta be cheese, we gotta have options. Um, I wish so damn bad my caterer was free. That sounds like heaven. Ooh, yeah. Uh, yeah. I do think a lot of catering is expensive. So, and then unfortunately, when you've mentioned that it's for a wedding, then they tack on like a extra wedding fee, which is basically like a times two or times three of the original fee, which is crazy. Um, hey, I feel like we should respect the way that people choose to have their weddings. If they want to have a private cheap ceremony, I think that's all good for them that they want to do that. But I don't think we should really shame the people who want something bigger or different. A lot of factors come into play when it comes to weddings, so maybe we should have a little bit more open mind to how others want to do things, and kind of respect the way that they do it. Um, I'm not going to an event that doesn't have free food. Hey, yo! Bro, honestly, you might as well just start breaking into weddings then. I mean, I haven't, I mean, it's not unheard of. I've heard stories of people who would just accidentally walk, not, do they accident, I don't even know, I don't know how they find out about these weddings that happen, but like, I've heard stories of from like comedians where they're like, "Oh yeah, like back when I was in college or high school or whatever in my early 20s, um they would come across an event that was like a wedding, and then their favorite thing was to go into the catering place and just pretend that they were like, oh yeah, I'm like so and so's like cousin's three times removed's daughter, blah blah blah. Like they would make up something just so they could get the free catering. And they're like, sometimes I didn't get found out. I was like, what do you mean sometimes? What do you mean? How many times did you do this? How many times did you get away with this? So, it does happen, apparently. I didn't know this was a thing. I will say, I wish I did do this back when I was in high school. It kind of sounds like it would be pretty funny. I will say I would feel bad to the couple, but still I would it's like one of those rebellious things I would want to do when I was a teenager. It sounds funny. Oh yeah, people do hold multiple wedding ceremonies. One with friends, one with family. Yes. I think my cousin did this. So he had a ceremony in Hong Kong, I believe. So they did the whole tea ceremony thing. They did the whole like traditional Chinese wedding thing, wearing the traditional Chinese outfits and giving the tea and whatever. So they did that. And then they had a second one, a separate one here in Toronto. And yeah, it was cool. I think that's how they were able to make it work so that they could fulfill like the wishes of their parents, who wanted like the grandparents to be there and the extended family and everything, and get that done over there. And then they were able to have one just with friends, and then no fuss. I got very lucky on that front. My parents pretty much told me straight up, don't invite family you don't know. Golf standing there be like, well, what family don't I know? I mean, you're the you're the parent. my bloodline only goes as far as me and my it's like who else could you possibly listen? If it's family you don't know, how do you invite them? So that's good. If a caterer has a wedding fee, then they are not my unfortunately, every caterer has a wedding fee. I know enough about the wedding side that everything has a wedding fee. Literally, it is a basically curse word, and I think they can actually sue you if you lie. I believe the second you say that it's a wedding, they do have a separate pricing model for that. Everything has a separate pricing model for that. So, yeah, it's scary. Although I will say I don't know. This I don't know if they can sue if you lie. That part, I don't know. Ooh, lucky you, the wedding fee got waived. Well done. That's good luck there, right there. I don't know many caterers who will do that. I think the thing is, like, I did work for a company that also did catering, and I was like, overheard like weddings, and they're like, oh yeah, there's like a separate pricing for that. And they are always laughing their way to the bank whenever someone says a wedding. They'll go all out for it and plan it to meticulous detail, but it's scary. It's almost like a, like a money tree kind of when you have when you just say the word wedding. And that's, in a way, I think it's kind of fair, though, especially when it comes to catering, though. Because, like, well, not just catering, actually, everything. Because it depends on, I think it should depend on the amount of people. Like, if the amount is just like a small party size, I don't really think it matters whether it's for a wedding or not. But if it's for like a really big wedding, I do think that it is a lot to plan for, because we're talking like, what, like hundreds of people? Some people really invite like everybody. Like all family, or even if it's just not everybody that they know, it's really just all family. Some people have really, 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 really big families. Um, I feel like all the stress and planning that goes into a wedding that big does deserve like a little boost, but definitely not to the level that the price does go up when you say wedding. Like it's some of those numbers are crazy. And then those moments I'm like, "Oh, I don't think it's worth it." But to a certain extent, like I do think there are some instances where if if your usual is like you're used to like planning for small parties, and I feel like, oh, it's like no big deal really, like that's what you do anyway. But when you're dealing with like hundreds or anywhere upwards of that, like huge crowds of people, yeah, you need some extra payment to manage all that, I feel like. Um should I spend money on a super big wedding or multiple years with a partner doing whatever you want because you just use that money for food and rent instead and can relax and enjoy each other's company? That better be one hell of a wedding. I think a lot of people are choosing to do that. They're choosing to opt for a small wedding. And so they just do the courthouse thing and then the dinner thing and then they go home and then save the rest for honeymoon. That is a very popular, common thing. Uh, but as much as I say that this is a popular and common thing, it definitely hasn't stopped others from doing their big ass wedding. So, I mean, maybe their parents are paying for it. I don't know. I don't know their situation. Um, but I do know people, to some people, that a wedding is important to them, and so they will delay certain things just to save up for it. I think it's their life, it's their money. I think they should get to decide what they want to do with it. What if the wedding is just catered by 20 party subs? What? Wait, what's party subs? Like subs from Subway? Party subs? Wait, what's subs? I'm confused. I'm like Twitch brained now. I'm like, you don't mean like Twitch sub. Do you mean like a Subway sandwich? I'm confused. Send reverse wedding invitation out to people. It's like a wedding invite, but you are the guest and you invite people to include you. Wait, isn't that similar to like um just being like, "Hey, whenever you're getting married, I'd love to come." Is it like that? But it's like an invite. It's like it looks like you guys are going to get married soon. And like it's like a Tinder profile where you're like, "Please pick me. Please invite me to your wedding. Please let me come. Please make sure there's free food. Please let me come." Wait, Rigo, you could do that instead. Rigo, you can do that. Just send out reverse wedding invites to people who you feel like might be getting married soon. But you also should be careful because for some people it's a very touchy topic. So unless they bring it up themselves, it's not okay to bring up weddings because sometimes it feels like you're jumping the gun. So you got to make sure they say it first and then you can mention it and then send your invite. But if you're the first one to mention it, I feel like they might be like, what if they're the ones who haven't really, had the talk of whether they're gonna get, you don't want to make that awkward. So, but once they say it, all's good to go. You should send out your reverse wedding invite and be like, listen, if you're ever worried that no one's gonna come or like you're gonna have food left over, listen, I'm your guy. I will come and help finish your food, no problem. You don't have to worry about leftovers. I'm your dude. Honestly, that's a really good way to go for a free meal. What an efficient, cost-saving way to save money. Just make sure the person has said that they're gonna get married, and then self-invite yourself to their wedding for free food. Um, If I had a fiance, I'd pitch the idea of tiny low budget ceremony every year. If we fail one year, we can do better next. Oh, damn. Now that's what I call microdosing. Just like slip it. No, what you need to do is you need to be more subtle. Offer to make their lunch so that they can bring it to work, but then make sure you include like a little note when they open up their sandwich or lunchbox or whatever, and just be like, "Love you, babe. Just so you know, I would ideally want a tiny low budget ceremony. Okay, that's all. Have a great day." And then that's it. Just like every single day, just like slip in like a tiny note that says that. I mean, maybe that's not as subtle. At least you're giving them lunch to choke it down, okay? The place that we're having it at has like 4 caterers that they recommend you to choose from, and if you do the wedding fee, if you do the wedding, fee is waived. However, if you go with an external caterer, there's a 20% fee. Ooh, there that is. There it is. Guess is 35-ish. Most of the caterers we looked at had like 100 people minimum. So, oh. Wait, do you think it's possible they waived your fee because they think like 35 is not that big? Because I feel like if it's like, yeah, I feel like 35 fits within that like reasonable limit. Because, oh man, I've been to weddings where it was like 100 people. I was like, God damn, you really invited your entire family, huh? Some places expect drama coverage fee. Wait, what's that? I've never heard of a drama coverage fee. Also, hi, Heel Venom. Party sub is like a 3 to 6 foot sandwich or so. Oh, okay, so it was sandwiches. Oh. I don't think I've encountered party subs enough. Damn. Yeah, that would be enough, I think. Do a wedding stream. Fiera say, "Hey chat, 100 subs," and I say no. What? Hey, who said I was offering? Who said I was offering? Post an ad all over your town as a wedding cleanup crew. Oh, that's a good idea, actually. Wedding cleanup crew is a good way to get yourself invited to a wedding. That is true. Also, yes, I would love to see your wedding invitations. Oh my gosh. Your food won't be wasted. Just give me a call. How pissed my brother was at the people who RSVP'd, but then didn't show up. Ooh, yes. Yes, that is definitely also bad etiquette. Make sure you are going if you're gonna RSVP. Yeah. Unfortunately, there are people who are like that, who are flaky. That does suck, because it's a lot of money for the food. I don't think I even know 100 people. Me neither. I don't think I'd be able to list 100 people. I think that's well, I guess that is the caveat. I have a small family. That's the thing. I have a small family. So, big family has never been anything I've ever had to worry about. But, like, I can't deny that I've been envious. I think having a big family can be kind of fun, depending. Like my boyfriend has a big family, but like in the sense that they're all extended family, so they're not directly attached to the drama, but like they still hear about the drama, and so therefore I get to hear about the drama. And honestly, my favorite part in this relationship is that we just spill tea back and forth. So really, I get jealous sometimes that I'm like, oh damn, you're so lucky that you have like that you have a messy extended family, because then you have such good tea to pour, to give. Whereas I'm over here being like, man, everything that could have drama has been settled amicably. Everyone's done. Everyone's been mature and an adult about it, and no one's been like fussy or whatever. So I'm just over here like, I got no tea. It's boring. This shit is boring. Sometimes you want things to happen. And so not to my family, but you're like, I want something to happen to extended families that's like interesting. But yeah. But yeah. Sometimes you get tea. Tea is fun when you're not related to it. So, but also like I would imagine like having a big family also means that you have community in a way. Like when you're, let's just say, like pregnant with a kid, uh technically they can come in handy if they're like, "Hey, I'm free. I can help babysit. I can come and babysit when you and the hubs go get your date night or whatever." Um or can help pick kids up after school, or just help out with the caring of the kid. It's one of those things where, what's there isn't there like this saying, inconvenience is the price of community. So like people always say that they want community, but they're never willing to realize that in order to have a community, you need to be willing to give time to build it. And sometimes that means you will be inconvenienced, but that is the price of it. Like, if you want people to be there when you need help, then you have to be there when they need help. It's one of those, you give and you get, which actually Yomo mentioned earlier. It goes back to giving and getting type of thing, Like, don't complain too much if you find yourself alone and kind of lonely, and feel like, oh, like no one's here to help me or whatever. Like, sometimes you also need to extend that level of help that you yourself want to others. And I think that benefit does come into play when there's like a big family, is extended family anyway. Like, you got is sometimes there is like, though, taking them for granted, where family will help you just cuz. And at the same time, sometimes it's like, oh, if they help you, then you help them. And it's like this mutual thing. I think that's also kind of an important thing to do. You probably haven't encountered party subs because Subway is pretty mid and no longer cheap. There is no reason to actually get a party sub. Oh, that sucks. Although I will say I never really. Yeah, Subway has always been pretty mid. Like, even back in college when it was like my go-to, just like because it was close to the college, like I was just like my go-to meal sometimes. Like, it was mid. It was like good enough for sustenance, but like I was rushing to class or rushing to finish a project or whatever. I didn't have time to spend to go somewhere further. But it sucks that it's no longer cheap. That was supposed to be like their main draw, is that it's cheap. Um, I felt like I made a good combo, but like it was still mid. No matter what you add to it, still mid. My sister made a kind of big party for my nephew, but like a quarter of the guests didn't arrive. We ate hot dogs and burgers for about 3 days. Oh no. That's a lot of hot dogs and burgers. Um, feel like if you're not going and show up anyway, you can say, "Oh, it's okay. I ate before I got here," and that would be 1,000 times better. Ooh, You're not gonna say you if you say you're not going and show up anyway. Oh yeah. No, I think that's fine. I thought you were like adding extra to the people who didn't RSVP. I was like, ooh, isn't that kind of bad? But I guess it's kind of... Nah, never mind. I don't know where I was going with that either. I think I got it mixed up where I was like, oh, are these this? I guess if these are the same people who RSVP'd, but then they did go, or I guess, never mind. Never mind. Oh, I missed the $5 footlong days. Those are some good days. Do they not do that anymore? I think that was exclusively the thing that I would do. I think the sandwich would be a lot better if that bread was firmer or something. This is an unpopular take, but I went for the flatbread. Unfortunately, I did in fact go for the flatbread. I would go for a $5 footlong and then ask them to replace the sandwich with a flatbread instead of like their typical sandwich, because I could never fit that in my mouth, and it would scrape across the top of my mouth, and it would rake across my gums. Unfortunate experience. Would never want to experience that again. I would assume there's standing room if there's no seating available. Yes. I don't think a guest has the right to complain if they don't tell you that they're coming, but they come anyway, and you're like, I don't have a seat for you. You're just gonna have to stand. Or sit on the floor. It then depends on where it is. Limited the $5 footlong selection. Now even the veggie sandwich isn't $5. Oh my god. So not only is it mid, it's not even $5. Nah, it's not worth it. It ain't worth it. There are better sandwiches out there, man, for cheaper. Disappointing. Disappointing for sure. What is flatbread if not very firm, albeit flat bread? Yeah. It is basically just flatbread. With how soft the Subway bread was, that's probably an equal amount of bread compressed. I think so? Maybe? Although I will say it doesn't look as appetizing, because like it is just white, but I usually get it toasted, so it kind of looks okay. Honestly, you could probably get something from Tim Hortons. As much as I hate to say it, unfortunately in this case, Tim Hortons might actually have a leg up on this level. Because yeah, if Tim Hortons is literally just, or sorry, if Subway is more than $5, damn, Tim Hortons got some competition. Also, I am now going to set up the Animal Crossing. We're going to do Animal Crossing today in preparation of the new update that's coming out in 2 days. Yes, it has been confirmed that the 3.0 update for Animal Crossing is coming 8 p.m. EST. So technically, we could do Animal Crossing all week today. All week this week. So basically, we're prepping for the update. I don't know what to prep, considering I've been flower breeding this whole time anyway. Also, I think just for this month, I think I'm gonna go buy a Nintendo subscription so that we can access all the content, and then yeah, I think it'll be fun. Get me some of that Timbits. Yo, I wish I could ship you some of those Timbits. They are so good. I think Timbits are pretty good. And also, I would want to ship you the thing that I always go for is the croissant breakfast sandwich with egg and sausage. It is like the McDonald's McMuffin, sausage egg McMuffin, but instead of the McMuffin, they use a deliciously soft, crispy croissant, and you also can get it toasted so it's warm. Absolutely delicious. Great breakfast thing. Great lunch thing. Probably the only good thing from Tim Hortons. They do have a good French cruller. But might be a bit sweet. If you're accustomed to Krispy Kreme, then it will be right up your alley. If you don't like how sweet Krispy Kreme is, then maybe don't get that. What else? Also, I think those are basically the only things I'll vouch for, because those are the things I've only had recently. Anything else, maybe they've changed it. I don't know. I think another go-to I would get is their broccoli and cheese soup. And then I would add in, because usually they'll give you like a salt and pepper packet. I would add in the salt and pepper. It absolutely needs the salt and pepper, but otherwise I think it's not bad. You also get like a little bread chunk with it so that you can dip in the soup and eat it. I think it's not bad for like a small snack, small meal. I need to change the date. Yes, this is at 11 p.m. We don't want to do p.m. Let's do a.m. Yippee! But yeah, I would be totally down to ship all that to you if it wasn't against the law. And that I could be guaranteed that it won't go bad during that time. I think that's the part that's unfortunate, is like I don't want to... I wish there was a way to ship food across borders that doesn't make it go bad. Because that sucks, you know? I don't want it to go bad. Smuggling. Yeah, I'm gonna have to smuggle it into my my suitcase. But also, hi Sin! Okay, wait, can you guys hear that? I can't even hear. What the hell am I hearing? Okay, you guys can hear the Animal Crossing? Okay, cool. Okay, hello. My controls? Oh no, is it lagging? I hear it, but I'm also playing Animal Crossing. Good choice. Hi, Isabel. Always put a chill in my bones that I can't. Oh, she's so cute. Oh, are we catching snowflakes? We're catching snowflakes. We're catching snowflakes. Yippee! Oh yeah, I'm still in my reindeer outfit from Christmas. We're catching chronic Twitter users. We are? How do we catch chronic Twitter users? Oh yeah, I forgot A button is not where it's supposed to be. That's why. Oh, snowflakes! Oh, I get it now. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we're catching chronic Twitter users. Wait, oh my god, the flowers bloomed. Oh, they're so pretty. Wait, I didn't know they were gonna be this pretty. Oh, the pink ones are nice. Oh, They also kind of look like poppies. Damn, now I'm kind of sad that I moved them from my main area for the Christmas bushes. Oh yeah, I forgot. I still have a snowman guy to make. Have any of you managed to make a perfect snowman yet? Because I haven't. They keep saying like it's just almost perfect, but not entirely. And I'm like, come on, I'm trying my best here. It's tough out here, man. But I will say I can't wait to put all these flowers into my inventory instead of just stashing it on my island randomly. I don't think I played this game in the winter. I had no idea you could get snow. Yeah, you can! You can make snowmen! That's the one where Isabelle kills demons with a Doom. Oh my god, I wish. I wish that was a minigame. I would love to play Isabelle who kills demons with Doom Guy. Oh my god, that would make my year. And it's early, so there's lots of time to make it. So, you know. I'm waiting for Isabelle and Doom for a collab. I'm down. Got one! Actually, I've been collecting them this whole time, so I have quite a few. Not in here, I think. They're all in my storage. Damn it! The head has to be just a little smaller than the body, if I recall correctly. Yeah, they made it so tough. Okay, here. Let's try making a snowman here because I already see a snowball there. That means there's another one over here somewhere. Oh, wait, there's a snowflake. And where's the other snowball? Yeah, here. So I guess first we we roll the thing over. Oh shit. I gotta be careful because if I roll it into the tree, it will explode. Oh, that's close. That was way too close. Damn it, why did it have to come here? I don't think it works if I roll it over here. Does it? I guess we'll try. Oh, it works here. Okay. I'm kicking it as hard as I possibly can. Kicking it, kicking it. Oh, I can roll it now. There we go. Okay. So from what I heard is... Just gonna boot it into the ocean. I'm not. Okay. So, one of them has to be the bottom of the ear. That's the body. And then the head has to be top of the ear. That's what I have learned. Okay, so we definitely can roll it a lot more. All the way up here. Okay. How much is this now? I'm not gonna put it into the ocean! Okay, this is like below the ear level, I think. So now we need a big one. This could be the head, I think. Do we think this could be the head? Maybe a little bit more? Okay, I'm gonna roll the other one first. So much easier to roll when there's less... Hey! Hey! Dung beetle! Wait, I should have caught it, because I don't think I caught that bug yet. God damn it. Whoops. She doesn't care about the content anymore. We don't need it. Who needs content anymore? My content brain is run out. Also, what do you mean? This has always been content. Okay, let's roll this over. And then... see how it fits. Oh, it's already really big. Oh no. Oh, yeah, I might have made it too big. Shit, I might have made it too big. Oh no, it might be perfect. It might be perfect. Okay. So we got head. Well, not. We got body. This is the body. So this is reaching the top of the ears. This one feels like it could be a little bigger. Okay, I think it's good. I think it's good. Maybe the body is a little too... Wait! Does anyone want to double check and see if it's big enough? What do we think about the size? There's like charts. I'm gonna Google a chart. I think the head's definitely big enough. Or small enough. And I think... where are them lines at? How to make the perfect... thank you. Head, below ear. Body, above ear. Okay, so... head is below ear. Kinda. Head might be a little too big. But body... definitely above ear. I think it works. Please say it works. I did it! Oh my god! Finally! This is my first perfect snowman. Color, check. Shine, check. Size, check. You made everything about me perfect. We have a word for people like you in the snow world. Amazing! Did you get that? Ooh, amazing! But I'm so happy right now. I know it's dangerous for snow folks to cry, but I don't think I can help myself. Even I can't play it cool here. I'm practically melting with appreciation for you and your snow skills. I think it's only appropriate that I share a DIY recipe with such a gifted snowcrafter. Let's see. I know, I'll show you how to make a what? A frozen mini snow... Are they gonna birth a kid? What am I making? What? I was built cool and it's all because of you, Bud. Thanks so much. Are they Canadian? Bud? Oh, that's what they meant. Frozen mini snow person. And I also got a natural garden table. Wow. How do I get a large snowflake, though? I don't think I've seen a large snowflake yet. Don't they give you one? Oh yeah, they do give you one. Okay, cool. Alright. And then on Wednesday, we'll come on again and try to make it again. You gotta do it once a day! Oh, maybe this'll replace my Uma Musume dailies. I'll just go on... I'll go on Animal Crossing all the time. Oops. Oops. Damn it. Vera, you can't say amazing anymore. I will still say it. Hey, that's my micro-dosing. I'll just say amazing. And that'll be the reminder of what we lost. It'll be a sweet, solemn reminder of what we could have had. Man, I'm seeing so many of these rare things, rare bugs. I've got a collection at this point, but I've yet to see Flick to sell it to. Come back, butterfly. I'm gonna head to bed, have fun in Animal Crossing, and have a great rest of the stream. Good night, all. Good night, Gall. Thank you for dropping by. Have good sleeps. Goodbye, goodbye. Oh, I missed that. You think that counts? Damn. Also, is it just me or is the stream like kind of lagging? Not the stream, or more so the capture of the game. It's kind of lagging a bit. Like, glitching. I don't know what's triggering that. Okay, as long as it's just me who sees it. Oh, I'm missing. Ah, there we go. Yahoo! Oh yeah, my flower breeding stuff. Okay. Are you playing the game through your OBS preview? I am indeed. Actually, I have been doing it this whole time. Did you think I didn't? Okay, I'm gonna bring up my flower breeding image. Okay. Let's see. Oh god, I almost dropped it. That's what I do through my Elgato game capture window. I bought one from AliExpress, so it is not Elgato. But I think this still works. It still works. That's my Oshi. I think it works. Hey, listen, I'm looking at the stream just like you guys are. We're all experiencing the same thing. I feel like it's fair. Okay, chrysanthemums. We got a purple one. That was the new thing. And I think we can just keep that, yeah. We do want the purple one, that's fine. Pink is also fine. Okay. For the roses, do we have anything new here? We got the purple. We still don't have the blue. Orange, orange, pink. Needs a pink there. We got black, black, red, red. Okay. I'm on another character. I forgot everyone shared the same design. They do? Wait, how'd you make a second character? Also, maybe it's possible they'll give us more design slots in the new update. Maybe. I feel like there's a lot they haven't really announced, to be honest with you. Oh, another Switch profile. I thought the only way to do that was to get a Switch Lite or something. But a new profile is, that's smart. That means I should start making new Switch profiles. Don't you need like different emails and credit cards and stuff for that? They make you put in your credit card info, no? Nope. Oh, interesting. Maybe it's time I make a new profile. Okay, roses are fine. Now the cosmos. Red, red, white. Pink, pink. Orange still where it needs to be. Okay. Pink. These are lilies. And then red, white. Pink is right spot. Pink is right spot. Got the white. Red, red. Okay. One of mine is a Japanese account, but the others are just nothing accounts. Another Switch profile takes up a villager house. Oh, yeah. Wait, is it really another villager house? I thought it was like an extra player house and it doesn't take the place of the villagers. That's... I do wonder why they made that decision. I guess they wanted to keep it to an equal amount, a max amount of homes. But that's a bit... I guess it's like if you made like 10 Switch profiles, then that would be like 10 extra houses. But I mean, hey, like... Well... They've now... Well, the new update will introduce an option where you can have a dream island and you can invite people over to terraform with you. I don't know how the housing situation works though. And it looks like it just stays on one person's account. So it's like if you wanted to share that with everyone, you couldn't really do it. You would have to have at least one person that you made sure was going to be on all the time if you wanted to work on it, which kind of sucks. But I get that their goal, I mean, Nintendo Switch's goal has always been family-oriented games. Like, that's their main user base, is family. So they're like... Which is why they really wanted people to like, oh, if you want... They want... Like, a lot of their examples was like, oh, a sibling would have a Switch Lite. And then they would make an... Like... what is it? Get invited to a island with their sibling and then make it together. I don't know. I think the Dream Island thing was introduced as a result of the weird one island, one switch decision. Yeah, absolutely it was. Yep, DLC. No. It's 2 days for us. We get it early. 8 p.m. EST. 8 p.m. EST is when the update is released. We get it early. And then it's what, like 10 a.m. or 10 p.m. JST? They get it at like 10. Which I guess they prioritized us in this case, which is kind of cool. Orange, yellow, okay. And then the pinks, yep. Okay, yeah, I think it's literally just all the same. So, oh yeah, it's snowing, so it counts as watering. Want the DLC so my first 2 villagers don't have crappy houses anymore. Wait, aren't they just gonna stay having their houses? Wait, what about the DLC? Oh, lets you redesign any animal's house. Oh! Oh shit, I didn't know that. That used to be... Oh wait, that DLC. Okay, I thought you meant the DLC that's coming out. Oh yeah, am I gonna get the new DLC too? Oops. Oh my god. There we go. I keep missing! Oh god, no. I don't want a gyroid! I hate them. I hate them. I'm sorry. I think they're so annoying. We already know this. Ah! Oh yeah, they're gonna change the... Okay. I forgot. So, also... there's also a note that if you've decorated your dock, take your items back. Because they're gonna change the dock. And Kappa is gonna get a new outfit. So if you've decorated and put items on your dock, take them back. Leave the dock empty. I don't know what'll happen to your items if the dock changes and your items happen to be on it. You can't make me. I mean, I can't. But if you don't want to lose your items, I'm just saying. Oh, that balloon's gone. Okay. The paid DLC is free with Nintendo Online. I'm not sure. Maybe it's free with the extended expensive online. There's an extra one? I didn't know there was an extra level tier. That doesn't seem worth it. That does not seem worth it at all. Because, like, then what happens if the subscription runs out? Do you just not get that paid DLC that came with it? Oh, and then also if that runs out, then do you also not get the Nintendo 64 and GameCube games? Damn, that sucks. That does not seem like a good deal at all, not gonna lie. Yeah, I think if I were to get it, I would just buy it normally so I can have it for real. Oh, bottle. There it is. Pierce. Did a triple set right then. Oh, and I wrote this. Now go get those arms built in. Hair umbrella. I think I have it already. Yes. Haha. Ideally, Nintendo would want you to have the subscription all the time, but I ain't doing that. No way. I'm gonna do it for the month, just to see everything, and then I think that's it. No! No! Oh, don't go! Don't go! Yeah, stay. You can't leave. Not the Able Sisters with that beachfront property. Able Sisters just washes away. Every item in Nooks is salt water damaged. Yep. Yep. Also, oh my god, do you notice that she's like... Is she breathing out cold air? Yeah, she is. Oh my god. She's cold. Okay, let's go let her make... or wear something warmer, maybe. Damn. I've never seen the breath thing before. Now Apollo's staying. And he can never leave. Okay. I forgot where you do the clothing. Damn, I really hope they optimize the loading times. Alrighty, let's give you something warm. Yeah, that's pretty cute. And then give you some pants. Gray pants is good. Let's also do a mask. And faux shearling boots. Ooh, okay. Okay, girl. And then we'll give you a backpack. Okay. There we go. They won't. Damn it. That's definitely, I'll say, is something we could have used. Okay, let's see if she still does the breathing thing. I guess not, because she has the mask now. Oh yeah, no, she still has a... I guess that just happens because it's winter. Okay, put on your mask again. I always forget that I have a shortcut functionality in this thing. Ah, the usefulness of the Mario pipe. Oh, look at the big pumpkins! I remember when my horse girls would love carrots and eat carrots. Honestly, it feels like I was in a romantic relationship with Uma Musume and that we just broke up. That's what it feels like. Oh wait, I think something here. Okay. I don't really care about all the fossils. No, we're gonna sell the gyroids first. And then... You know, I wish they would also make the stacks a little higher. So instead of like 10, make it like 50 of each item or something. That would be nice. Yeah, I can put the bug here. They're literally all the same bug. I have so many of those, that type of bug. It's literally just a row of them. 4.0? How many years do I have to wait for that one? I feel like we're gonna have to wait a long ass time for that one. We didn't even think Animal Crossing was getting an update until they randomly announced it out of nowhere. Honestly, I think what's gonna happen, because I already see it coming, is so they're using the Animal Crossing Update 3.0 to entice people to get the Switch 2. We're getting the Animal Crossing Update 4.0 when they want to sell the Switch 3. And then onwards and so forth. And the only time they're ever going to revive this game or remember that it exists is when they have a new Switch to sell. And then my convoluted conspiracy theory is that the reason we don't have that many updates in this game, and they're only giving us some things, is because they're actually saving the real good updates for a new Animal Crossing game. Not just an update, but like a full-fledged actual Animal Crossing game version. And it's gonna be Switch 3 exclusive, maybe. And we'll be like, oh my god, this is why they haven't made the updates. Technically they had, but they bundled it with the new game. That's my theory. Animal Crossing News 700. Oh my god. There's no way they would make it $700. Holy shit. Oh! You know what? You can just stay there. That's not even Gulliver. That's that other guy. Oops. That's how much this would. Aw, man. Yeah, I'm not paying the $700. That's too much. Wait, if this is not Gulliver... Isn't Gulliver blue? Come on, buddy. Gulliver, the pirate version. Oh, he finally woke up. Cortez! Oh my god. Oh. Again, have we seen each other before? Fearful fisticuffery that sent me tumbling overboard. Gotta message me buccaneer buddies for another rescue. Oh yeah, where's your communicator, buddy? Me trusty communicator has gotten vanished. Arr! Those waves bopped me around like an inflatable beach ball. The thing must have slipped out of me pocket. That means I'm lost at sea. I'll have to wait for me buccaneer buddies to find me on their own. I'm still workshopping me pirate puns, so those are sure to run out fast. Sure. Shanty deserving of a jig in a nearby ocean. Up to you to swim about and oh yeah, yours is in the water. Blundering, you're pondering. Okay, let me donate some money and also sell stuff. Enjoy my island while you're at it. Are you, matey? Okay, the money thing is... Okay, and then we're gonna deposit... Oops. Too much. Too much. Maybe another 30k. Okay. Can I get that money in there now? This part is also crazy. I wish money bags would just automatically go into your money instead of you having to put them in there. Just ever bit so slightly inconvenient with some extra button pushes. Oh yeah, we gotta sell stuff. Snooty, there's nothing to look at. There's like 5 of them, and there's like an extra 3 of them over here too. Okay, and then the rest we gotta bring home. So let's take our shortcut. Huzzah! Okay. Okay, so we're gonna put this back in storage. Large snowflake in storage. And the reindeer hat. Do I want to get these appraised? Do I care? Also, I do have quite a few Oh, I have 7 large snowflakes from last... Okay, so that's... I had 6 and now I have 7. So now I have basically 20 small snowflakes. You know, interestingly, I do have the fossils in here. And these things. Get out. Get out. Get on my inventory. Still got that one mushroom that is basically a truffle. I feel like I'm not really making use of the albums, the KK albums. I really should buy like a vinyl player or something so that I can play them. No! Oh my god. I'm gonna go out again. Okay, bye. Don't you hate it when guests come into your house the second you're about to go out? Okay, so we're gonna... Oh, we're gonna go to the museum first. You know, I feel like I had an idea when it came to the waterfalls, but I ain't got that idea no more. Ooh. Damn, that looks so bright under the dirt floor. Yahoo! Okay, you know what? This will be my... Oh, I need more. I need more. Wait, what was the maximum that you can put in there? 90? What was the maximum number of money you can put in there? This is gonna be my new gacha system. Was it 90K? Into the money hole! Okay, I'm gonna put 50K in it. I'm gonna put 50K in it. No more being safe. I'm ready. But I'm not gonna have it planned here. You can go back to my regular lucky spot. Well, I don't have a lucky spot, but... this spot. Here we go. Okay. Oh yeah, I gotta appraise the fossils. I'm gonna be rich, I tell you. Rich! Well, I'm already rich, but you know, richer than I already am. $20? God damn. What are you gonna do with them all? It sounds like you're just collecting them. Jolly good. Oh my god, Snooty, you're still here. Damn, girl. Alright. Okay, let's see. Yay, more money! Okay, let's see what we got. Hello, we got a space heater. We got... what the fuck is that? An unfolded reference sheet? For what? This one looks like it might be useful in the camping area. But I need to see if I have space for it first. We got swordfish and a flag and whatever the fuck this is. A strategic meeting table? Oh. I thought it was like advanced pool hockey. Holy crap. No thank you. Some of my streets are lined with money trees, so should the money get knocked down, I guess I can replace them. Yeah, I guess so. Damn, that's a lot though. Don't you want the money from them? Okay, so everything's sold. Oh, I forgot about you two. Okay. In that case... time to wear this now. We're getting a community. Oh. Well, that was quick. Okay, first try. Cool, I'll take it. I didn't even have to look for it. Damn, bro, I got your communicator. I don't know how I found it that quick, but where'd he go? Oh, there you are. I got a communicator. Already. Thank you, without me heart, matey. With extra cherries on top even. Now I can contact me faithful crew. Avast, ye lily-livered sea dogs. 'Tis I, your beloved captain, who makes things happen. I had another bad spill. Another? So ye best change course and come pick me up. Here be me coordinates. Be quick about it, or I'll buckle your swashes for good. So says Captain Gullivar. Arr! Winky face send. Cute. I'll ship ye a fine reward soon. Expedited. Damn, he's easier than Gulliver. A regular version. Damn, I thought that was gonna take a while. Okay. I guess I should probably start. Oh yeah. Let me check if I have space for a generator. I mean, I could probably put the generator in a section over. Either replace the chair. And then the chair could probably go. Okay, I'll buy the generator first. We do have space for it, though. Honestly, I don't even know what I'm supposed to be preparing for. Like, how do I prepare money? I'll take it. Okay, we can put the generator here. Okay. Oops. Wait, hold on. Is there a way to turn it on? Oh! It's a bit loud though. I feel like I want to do something to spice up this area. Because we're gonna have a campsite. You get the outdoor generator. There's like a lawn chair here, and then a bench. There might be nice. Okay. Plant. Oh, why can't I push it closer? Interesting. No, I don't need the money. When I need money, I just sell my field of blue roses for 100k. Oh, damn. That's a good way to go about it. Got any blue roses yet? Unfortunately not. I wish. I wish. Not too close, that's already too close. Aha! Turn that on. And then we'll put a clump of leaves here. Oops. That's my fault, I was aiming the wrong direction. Okay. Maybe we'll put a different clump of weeds. There we go. Different type. Different. Give me a different clump. There we go. I wonder if the weeds is why I can't push this forward. Oh. I did put this in a weird spot, didn't I? Okay, we'll leave it for now. We got a second log bench. Technically, if we push this over... we could just add a log bench here. And then... oh wait. Put, weeds here. And then... put a chair here. There we go. And then we can add another clump of weeds. Huzzah! Okay, that looks a bit more cozy. Okay, cool. This works. Nope. I don't want to go any closer. Yep, okay. We'll leave that. I will say, I kind of want to take down my little garden of plants, because I don't know where I was going with this tower of waterfalls. But the sound pollution is definitely making it kind of annoying. I think I just wanted to try this sort of structure. Like, I still want this field, I just want to put it somewhere else. What? See? It's too loud! You gotta yell over the waterfalls. Just not conducive to like a relaxing island experience, you know? Hello. What you got? I still find it really funny and also slightly a missed opportunity that like they don't separate the clothing by seasons. Oh my god, this is so cute. I've never seen the plushy muffler coat before. That's so cute. I don't really like the blue one though. Damn, but I gotta for the red panda. Is it seasonal? Is it actually seasonal? Ooh, sweetheart dress. That's cute. Glengarry. I have never seen that type of hat before. I think I have these already. Wait, these are if you wear... Let's have her wear a leather skirt. And then... Ooh, I am not a fan of those. I am not a fan of those at all. Okay. Do I get the plushy muffler coat? The fox is so adorable. Okay, you know what? We're gonna go for it. We're gonna go for it. And then we'll do... I feel like the dark skirt underneath is a good combo. So we'll do the pearl skirt since it looks the most unique. And then for stockings... I mean, what you have it on, you don't. It doesn't really matter. You can't really tell. Could also do these everyday tights that look like she would be cold, but she's not. Ooh, little pattern down there is not bad. Okay, we'll go neutral. Keep her warm still. I don't think those shoes really match her right now. But I also don't have anything better. Okay, I think we're just gonna have to go with this for now. I don't really like any of the shoe options. Damn, but okay, wait. Do I really want this fox? I don't know. I'm indecisive. If I did this, it would match the shoes, because it's gray. And then... I could also just go without this... Well, this dark brown looks nice. But I could also just go without the skirt. Do we have maybe brown leggings? Well, I'm not gonna see them. Actually, this is cute. I like this. This one's fine. I'll go with this one. Yeah! Give me that cute fox muffler. So cute. Oh my goodness. I saw this person wearing it. I was like, I wanted it. And it goes with her hair. Okay. So let's see, we got our stuff from Able Sisters. We got the generator. Okay, we're going to... Okay, let me see if I can change this. Custom audio device. Aux Vio. Okay, let me see if I can put the audio somewhere else. I want to put it somewhere... Let's do... Can you go to cable output? No, it's not doing it. Okay, hold on. Damn it, it didn't change. I want to put it somewhere on a different audio. Oh, wait, okay, no, I can isolate it. Okay, never mind. I got it. I figured it out. Okay. Because I want to see what other creators say about what you need to do to save for this thing. Okay. Where is my Firefox? That's the snow boy thing. Okay. We're gonna go watch a video and see what we need to prepare for. For the update! And see if I, can get them all. Okay. Preparing for update. There we go. Just a little bigger. We're gonna see if I am missing anything. Oh, I cannot hear anything.
Have asked me to bring it back for the 3.0 update, which has just been confirmed. Now, we have all the way until January the 15th to prepare, but there are some really fun things you can do in your game to get ready for the update, so you can make the most of it when it releases. So I'm going to give you a sort of checklist of sorts, and you can choose what sorts of things you want to do to prepare for the 3.0 update in Animal Crossing New Horizons.
Yeah.
So drop a like on the video if you're excited, and
Ah, no, too small.
Let's jump straight into this. Now, a big new area is being added on our docks with the hotel, so now might be a good time to go ahead and clear out your dock, removing any items that are on it so you have easy access to the new hotel. We don't know exactly what will happen. It's entirely possible that Nintendo might do that thing they do sometimes, where they just remove all the items that are currently on your dock and they send them to the Lost and Found in Resident Services.
Oh.
So, on the safe side,
I guess you technically
don't
don't need to remove your stuff then.
There's a good chance that Nintendo themselves might just take it away so that your island isn't obscured or obstructed when you need to go to the hotel. It's unknown whether we'll be able to properly decorate the dock area. I really hope we can, because that would be fantastic, but we'll have to wait and see, honestly. If we can, then I feel like it's worth clearing it anyways, so that when the update drops, we can start up with some fresh new ideas and designs for our docks. So it'll be interesting to see exactly what they decide to do with them. Now is a good time to start stockpiling up money. After all, we already know for a fact that you are going to need a lot of this if you want to buy many of the various collaboration items which have been added to the game with the 3.0 update. For some of these you have to use tokens, but for a majority of them that you'll get for the promotion tab in Nook Shopping, you will need to use your own bells. So now is a good time to hit up the Stalk Market, start diving for sea creatures, and doing all the different things that you can to make a lot of bells, as there's going to be a bunch of items that you're going to want to purchase right away. Of course, you can't start stockpiling the hotel tokens yet, unfortunately, but that'll give us lots of fun things to do when the update actually launches. So don't worry, the idea behind this video isn't to literally do everything before the update comes out, it's just some neat ways that you can prepare. In a similar vein, you should definitely start stocking up on Nook Miles, because you never know exactly what they might be needed for. Now, there's a chance that you might not actually need Nook Miles for this new update. I don't believe we've seen any uses for them in the trailer, but Nintendo is very good at hiding things, and I could definitely imagine them adding some new things like custom design space upgrades and such through Nook Miles in the Nook Stop in Resident Services. So if you want to be extra prepared and you want to make sure that you've got enough in case things do get added, it could also be a good idea to start stockpiling them now, in my opinion. I also recommend that you get your island up to at least 3 stars. Now, with a lot of the things that were introduced with the 2.0 update, you needed a 3-star island to be able to unlock them. Things like the Roost and Cap'n. This time around, that'll probably be the hotel. You'll at least need, I'm guessing, 3 stars in order to be able to see it. In fact, in some of the little text on Nintendo's various press releases, they have confirmed that the new content won't be available right away. So even things like the Dream Slumber Islands might not be available until you've hit a certain island rating and made enough progress in the game. So once you progress through and seen KK Slider perform his concert and you've got that 3-star rating, you should be able to unlock most of this new stuff right away.
Wait, which is the one that gets you that
I wouldn't actually be surprised though if Nintendo
flower
decided to up the requirement for the hotel, as it does really feel like a late game addition. But at this point, getting to at least 3 stars I think is a safe bet, so you aren't left out and have to struggle for this when the new update drops. After all, you've got months to do it, and there's lots of great guides on increasing your star rating here on YouTube. Speaking of those Slumber Islands, now would be a good time to keep filling up your catalog, because when you decorate those Slumber Islands, you'll be using items that have been registered to your catalog. They will be spawned from thin air, so you don't have to worry about actually keeping them in your storage, I believe, but you will need to have registered them at the very least. So you could go to other players' islands and start collecting things. You could start collecting many of the items through Happy Home Paradise, just through Nook's Cranny and Nook's Shopping and such. I definitely think this is absolutely worth doing before the new update comes out. The Slumber feature honestly seems like a really big new part of the update, so if you've been wanting to create brand new islands from scratch, and especially create these with your friends, then I think it'll be a worthwhile time to get as many things in your catalog as possible. If you're like me, you might already have so much registered at this point, but I do know that for a lot of people, they've restarted their islands
lying around.
So these tips for gathering up Nook Miles and bells and increasing your catalog might not apply to everyone, but they will definitely apply to a good portion of the player base. Now, a really important thing that you should definitely do if you want to be able to enjoy the new collaboration content which is coming is get yourself some Zelda amiibo. Now, for a start, you're probably going to need the Chulin amiibo if you want to get Chulin as a new villager on your island. And the Mineru amiibo will be releasing at some point in the near future as well. So if you want those characters guaranteed, I believe you should need their respective amiibo. In terms of actually getting the majority of the items, it seems like you can scan any Zelda amiibo, so we don't really know exactly which ones, but I'm guessing pretty much any amiibo should work just to get the items. However, the villagers could be a different story. Some of the details from Nintendo are a bit vague at the moment, unfortunately. I'm sure they'll release more details in the future. But for now, I think having that Chulin amiibo and getting the Mineru amiibo when that comes out are definitely safe bets. Of course, a lot of you are probably already commenting right now that you can get NFC chips, which will help you get these characters on your island and the items without needing the actual figure. So that could definitely be a solution as well. Amiibos can be really hard to get your hands on, they can be super expensive sometimes. So that's definitely another option for those of you who want to get all of this stuff on your island right away. I definitely do. All of these collaborations look incredibly cool. And of course, we also have the Splatoon collaboration as well. So if you want to get CC and Viche on your island, you will probably need the Shiver and Fry amiibo. Once again, this isn't 100% confirmed by Nintendo at this current time, but it seems likely that you will need them if you want to get the respective characters.
I kind of want the new Splatoon villagers. They're so cute.
In terms of all of the items, it seems like you can have pretty much any Splatoon amiibo to unlock them. At least that's what some of what they've shared suggests. So again, you could get NFC chips for any of these, and that'd be a really easy solution for getting some of these characters and unlocking the items in your Nook shopping tab. I believe this is exactly what people did back in the days of Animal Crossing New Leaf when we got the Splatoon and Zelda collaborations in that game, so it should work the exact same here, and honestly, I cannot wait to get some of these new characters on our island. It is interesting that Mineru is actually still a currently unreleased amiibo as well, so hopefully they'll release that before the update drops. Now, the final tip I've got in this video is definitely very optional, but you could pre-order and upgrade to the Nintendo Switch 2 edition of the game. Now, I've left this at the very end because I know this isn't going to be for everyone, but if you want to purchase the upgrade pack, I believe you can actually pre-order it now. It's $5 on the Nintendo eShop, and of course you do get some graphical improvements, you get things like the new megaphone item and mouse controls. Not everyone is going to be interested in that, but it could be something to do if you want to prepare. I know a lot of people aren't going to want to spend the price of an entirely new Nintendo Switch just to enjoy an Animal Crossing update, which is totally understandable. So thankfully, we can all enjoy the bulk of new content on our original Nintendo Switches, as well as the Switch 2 if that is something that we would like to do. But the option is definitely there to upgrade right now if you would like to. So let me know in the comment section down below what you're doing to prepare for the upcoming 3.0 update in New Horizons.
Okay, so that was basically it. I guess there's not really much to do then. Okay. It's just like, oh, because I know there are some people who are starting the, just starting Animal Crossing for the first time in lieu of the update. So I think this is more for them and not really for us that we played for a while. I want to see if this is gonna work. Because I was like looking in the Nook Miles and I've wanted to figure out what the hell I'm gonna do with this spot for the longest time. So like, I might as well make it a volleyball field. But I gotta make it so that it's not just grass. But checkered doesn't really feel like the right thing to do, but I'm not really sure. Maybe it's gonna accidentally look like a chessboard. I think it's definitely gonna accidentally look like a chessboard. Ah, shit, it's already 12:25. I need to wake up at 9 a.m. for a meeting. And I thought Animal Crossing was gonna be okay. I was like, oh, it's gonna be fine. Sometimes I stream too long on AI Somnium Files, but not Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing, I'll stop at midnight for sure. Turns out. Okay, let me just put this on here first. That's enough. So that later, if I change the design, I'll know what it looks like. Okay. Okay. Damn. Gotta go find some. Oh, yeah. Gotta find someone to raid. God damn. How did time go by so fast? I yapped too much. I think I yapped too much. Okay, who we got on Monday? Wow, no one. No one streams on Monday? Okay. We'll do the lesser of the ones. Then we'll do Edmonton Valley Zoo and do Streaming Our Zoo to see the little cute red pandas. I'm sure they're alive and awake. Okay. Okay. I'll start the raid. Oops. There's the raid message. Okay. And then I'm gonna end it quick. Thank you for coming. Thank you for dropping by. Thank you for participating in the chat. And for watching the streams. I'll see y'all on Wednesday. And I will try to get the update downloaded before stream starts so that we can start off fresh with the new update stream and see what's going on. And I'll probably try to buy the subscription also. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, I'm gonna send you guys off now. Have a good Monday and also Tuesday. See y'all on Wednesday. Bye bye.